Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. So guys, Tim Bradley has said that Gennady Golovkin looked horrible against Ryota Murata. Canelo's going to destroy him. And this is the conception, narrative now that has been pushed by a lot of people. They seem to think that Canelo will destroy him. Because Golovkin looked horrible. Golovkin didn't look great. He looked slow. My brother also thinks that. A lot of you guys were coming back in the comments and saying, Imran, you don't know what you're talking about. You're talking nonsense. Guys, let me get my point. I've always said that I think Canelo wins the trilogy, and I still think Canelo wins the trilogy. But I think you guys are looking too much into that performance. Now, was Golovkin slower? Yeah, but he's never been fast. He's slower now. Yes, he's 40. Of course he's going to be slower. But will he still catch Canelo? Yes, he'll still catch Canelo because he'll put pressure on Canelo. He will put pressure on Canelo. Now, what's being said is that Golovkin, his punch resistance isn't the same. His body is getting hurt to the body. What I want to say to you guys, has he gone down? Because here's how I measure where a guy's hurt, whether he goes down. Golovkin ain't going down. Golovkin ain't going down against Canelo Alvarez. Canelo would have to literally brutalize this guy. He's not going down. Golovkin's not going down. I promise you, Golovkin's not going to go down. He's not. The guy is made, he's made of different stuff. Golovkin is the toughest man in boxing. He's tougher than Canelo. He's tougher than Canelo. Honestly, he is an Iron Man. An Iron Man. This is a guy that has fought at a very high level as amateur. Let's not forget, Canelo's not fought as an amateur when he was young, because he started the pro game very young. So Golovkin's fought all the best as an amateur as well. And he's no one's ever put him down or come close to stopping him. Now, if you're going off him taking a deep breath, go watch some of his earlier fights. When he gets caught with shots, Golovkin takes a deep breath. That's a habit of his. People say, well, Derevyanchenko hurt him to the body, Murata hurt him to the body. Yeah, but he didn't go down. And people are saying, well, I don't see what you guys have seen to see that Golovkin is going to go down. Golovkin ain't going to go down. He ain't going to go down. Canelo's not going to put him down. I can guarantee you that. He's not going to put him down. He's not going to put him down to the headshot, and I don't think he's going to put him down to the body shot either. Here's how the fight can be stopped, is if his corner thinks Golovkin is taking too much punishment and he's getting battered from pillar to post and they think this is dangerous now. That's the way the fight can stop. But Golovkin ain't going down. I've seen that guy. I've seen a lot of his amateur fights. That man has the biggest heart maybe ever to grace the squared circle. Ever to enter a boxing ring. That guy has got probably the biggest heart, best chin ever to come and get into a boxing ring. Simple. Fact. There isn't no one that's got a bigger heart than Gennady Golovkin to step inside that ring. Golovkin is as tough as they come, as hard as they come, right? And the fact that he took shots from Murata, see, if that was 6 years ago and Murata was taking shots, no one would say anything because Golovkin would be perceived to be in his prime. But go watch a lot of Golovkin's fights. He always took shots like that. He always took big hits like that. Willie Monroe was landing big shots on him. Yeah, Willie Monroe can't punch, so Golovkin was eating, and Kell Brook was landing monster shots on him. It's the same thing. Golovkin's never been different. Guys have always landed shots on him. It's been no different. Yes, if you want to say Golovkin now is slower in terms of the way he's throwing his punches, yes. He's a little bit slower. But there's nothing in his punch resistance that tells me that he's gone 24 rounds with Canelo. Canelo never tittled him. Never hurt him. Never went down. Never went close to coming down. And nothing's happened since to suggest to me that he's going to go down. Oh, he's been hurt to the body. No, he's not really been hurt to the body. Being hurt to the body is when a guy's crippled on the floor and in agony. Right? A lot of people say about Keith Thurman, he can't really take a body shot. Has he ever been knocked out by a body shot? He always gets through. So Canelo might hurt Golovkin to the body, yes. Yes, I agree. He might hurt him, but he's not going down. He ain't going down, right? He ain't going down. Golovkin won't go down from a body shot. He just won't. I'd be shocked. And this is how tough Golovkin. I'd be shocked, even at this stage, at 40 years of age. I'd be shocked that Golovkin goes down because he hasn't got a history of going down. Pacquiao's different. Pacquiao had a history of going down. He'd been down many times. This guy's never been down. He hasn't got a history of going down. Golovkin is Superman. He's Superman. He hasn't got a history of going down. Canelo's early on in his career has been hurt. He's been wobbled by Cotto. This guy, there's no footage of Golovkin ever being hurt as a young kid. There's no footage. He's never been hurt. He's never ever been hurt. And I don't want, Murata hurting him to the body, or that's not hurt. You call that hurt? That's not hurt. Do you think what Derevyanchenko did to Golovkin is more than Canelo being hurt by Miguel Cotto's brother? Canelo was wobbled, proper wobbled. Golovkin's never been in that situation. He's never ever been wobbled or never been like. Do you know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say is Canelo is as hard as they come. As hard as they come, and even he's been hurt. Even though he was young, even he's been hurt. Golovkin, think about it. Golovkin as an amateur and as a pro has fought at a high level, right? He's fought all the best that you could possibly fight. He's never been hurt. So what has changed now that I'm going to see, that I think that Canelo's going to stop him? Canelo might batter him, yes, I can concede that. Canelo might just destroy Golovkin and beat the crap out of him. I can see that happening because Canelo is very skilled. He's very good defensively, and he's a very complete fighter. For me, he's a more complete fighter than Golovkin. And Canelo now, with the fact that Golovkin's got slower, Canelo might make Golovkin miss more. Golovkin will land, though. He will land because Golovkin's got very good boxing IQ. He will land in the fight, But Canelo will make him miss more than he did the first and second fight. Canelo will also land because he's got fast hands. He's quicker than Golovkin. He's going to land more. Right? But in terms of Gennady Golovkin's toughness, I'm sorry. I don't see Canelo stopping Gennady Golovkin. Golovkin to me is too tough. Forget about someone. I saw one of you say, oh, Imran's a Golovkin fanboy. No. I'm not a Golovkin fanboy. Don't talk nonsense. Because I like Canelo more than I like Golovkin. I think Canelo's a more complete fighter. But I'm telling you now that I know how tough Gennady Golovkin is. Right? A lot of you that are saying Canelo stops him is because you like Canelo. I keep it real. I think Canelo's going to win the fight. Do I think Canelo's going to stop him? On the basis of the Murata fight, no, I'm even more sure that he's not going to stop him. Because Golovkin's too tough. He's too tough. The only way the fight's going to get stopped is the corner stops the fight. Plus, Golovkin won't let this fight get into a situation where the referee's going to stop it. Because Golovkin will be throwing back. I don't see Canelo having the power to really stop, even at 168 or any, Golovkin's too tough, man. He's too tough. He's too tough. He's too tough. And that's been proven over the years. He's never been down. He's never been hurt. That what you saw against Derevyanchenko and Murata, that's not hurt. That's another guy having a moment in a fight and Golovkin backtracking a little bit. That's not hurt. He came back right away. Hurt is when Canelo got hurt by Cotto. Hurt is when a guy goes down, or when Thurman got hurt to the body, right? Did you see how Thurman reacts when Collazo hit him, when Pacquiao hit him? That's being hurt when you're wobbling and tottering around the ring. Was Golovkin wobbling and tottering around the ring? Even when Canelo hit him with body shots in the first and second fight, Golovkin's reaction was the same. He took a deep breath. When Canelo was landing big shots in the first fight and the second fight, Golovkin was taking deep breaths. That's just a habit from Golovkin. That's not him being hurt or him showing signs of distress. He's been doing that throughout his career. Go back and watch his fights. The only thing I'll give you guys is this, is the fact that Golovkin is slower now. Yes, he is slower. He's not as fast as he used to be. But in terms of his toughness, Don't question his toughness. He ain't going down. He ain't going down. Golovkin ain't going down. He's too tough. He's too tough. And I think a lot of you guys after the trilogy will be saluting Golovkin because Golovkin will, in my opinion, will lose the fight. But you'll be saying this man was one of the top. This guy is the toughest fighter ever to enter a boxing ring. That's what you guys are going to say. And remember this video. That's what you guys are going to say. You guys are going to say this is the toughest man to ever enter a boxing ring. That's what you're going to say. If a lot of you don't already believe that, if a lot of you already don't feel that way about Golovkin. But don't question Golovkin's toughness. You know, I get really irritated because although I like Canelo out of the two, because I think he's more complete and he's the better fighter, like in terms of he's more complete. You know, he's got faster hands, he's got great defense, he's a slick, whereas Golovkin takes like his chin. This is another thing you guys got to realize. Golovkin takes a lot of punches that Canelo doesn't take. You know, Canelo's got a granite chin, but Canelo's got a great defense as well, where he doesn't take many shots. Golovkin, on the other hand, he takes a lot of punishment. And he's still never been down. He's still never been hurt. He's still, like, surely once in your career you'd be wobbled or you'll be staggered or, you're like, nah. Golovkin is an Iron Man. He's an Iron Man. You know, I've got so much respect for Golovkin. I feel like his legacy, he just doesn't get the respect. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Great fighter. And I'm going to do a video about, you know, the middleweight division and do I think he can beat Andre and Charlo still. But let me tell you something. Golovkin, right, for me, will lose the fight against Canelo, but he won't lose without putting up a fight. You better believe it. He ain't just going to let Canelo walk all over him. He's going to go down. He's going to go down fighting. He'll lose the fight on points, in my opinion. I think Canelo will make it quite convincing this time. But again, Golovkin's got a big heart. And who knows, maybe Golovkin might just go out there and make it a street brawl with Canelo and think, it's you or me. I'm either going to take your head off your shoulders or you're going to take my head off my shoulders. Maybe Golovkin makes that kind of fight where he says, it's me or you. And that's maybe Golovkin fights a totally reckless fight and he gets knocked out that way. Possible. He just fights reckless and says, you know what? I'm just going to throw caution to the wind and starts throwing haymakers from round one, abandoning defense, abandoning what's coming back. Maybe then he might get wiped out. Because Golovkin has that kind of heart. Golovkin, for me, is going to do something in this trilogy. He's going to go out there and he's just going to go gung-ho. In my opinion, that's what he should do. Because, look, I think Canelo's going to outbox him. He's going to be too fast, too quick. So Golovkin's going to have to make it a street brawl. He's going to have to make it a brawl if he wants to win this fight. And here's the thing, guys. Apart from the hardcore Canelo fans, everybody is on Golovkin's side here. Everybody wants Golovkin to win here. And apart from the hardcore Canelo fans, the neutral boxing fans, the neutral boxing world wants Golovkin to win this trilogy. They'll be on Golovkin's side. Because a lot of the boxing world thinks that Golovkin's been hard done by. So a lot of the world is going to be on Golovkin's side on this fight. Look, for me, I want Canelo to do it because I want Canelo. Look, may the best man win, but I want Canelo to win because I want Canelo then to go on to fight Beterbiev. I don't want him to be, to be honest with you, I was even one that was saying that I wouldn't mind if this fight doesn't happen because I want to see the Beterbiev fight. But the thing is, for me, like, the reason why I want to see it happen is for Golovkin. I feel like he's owed that fight. I feel like he's owed a fight with Canelo, a trilogy with Canelo. I feel like his career, he needs to get the last say in the sense that at least he got the chance to try and beat Canelo in the third fight. Because a lot of the first two fights, some people thought Golovkin won both. He definitely won one of those two. So the point is that Golovkin needs an opportunity. He might get smoked in the sense that Canelo might outclass him and win 120, 108. There's a possibility, unfortunately, now that probably could happen. But Golovkin's style is a problem. for Canelo Alvarez. Golovkin's style will always be a problem. I said this, but Golovkin now is slower, so Canelo might take advantage of that, and he might be able to avoid his punches and land a lot of shots. But in terms of stopping Golovkin, I don't see it happening, guys. I don't see it happening. I don't. I just think he's too strong. You know, but that's just my opinion. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.